In this video, I'm going to demonstrate the key features of Blytic Economy, our mobile app for Android. Before I start, I just want to mention that in order to capture the video for this demo, I'm running Blytic Economy in an emulator which runs much slower than the actual application. Some features, particularly swiping on the full-screen visualizations, seriously lag on the emulator, but are quite snappy on the real app. So, let's get started by launching Blytic Economy. After Blytic Economy loads, you're presented with the main screen showing a gallery of the latest updated economic trends at the top and a categorized list of all trends below. The gallery is ordered with the most recent updated trends to the right, while all trends in the gallery have been updated in the last 48 hours. Use the gallery to get a sense of what economic trends are currently breaking. These will likely be the trends you've recently read about in posts and articles and heard widely cited in finance media. Now, looking at the categorized list below, you can see that we've organized an extensive range of trends here. Everything from housing to employment to commodities and global indicators. Let's open up employment and population and see what we find. So, there are a number of interesting trends in this category. Things like the total private non-farm payrolls, the unemployment rate, median and average duration of unemployment, the civilian participation rate, and many others. The trends in each category, like the gallery above, are also ordered with the most recent updated trends at the top of the list. Looking at an individual trend, let's take the average duration of unemployment as an example. You can see that it's published by the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, and as of November, it was 40.9 weeks. That was up 3.81% from the prior month and up 20.65% above where it stood a year earlier. Now, let's look at that trend more closely by tapping it and launching its detail screen. Looking at the detail screen, you can see that up top there's a larger image of the trend showing a few years of data, while below there is a tabbed section hosting summary, comments, and predictions. The summary is generally a few lines of text giving you some background on the purpose and importance of this trend, as well as a link or two that you can use if you'd like to find out more detailed information. Now, before we look at the comments and predictions sections, let's open up the full-screen dynamic visualization for this trend by tapping on the larger image at top. I'm going to flip the orientation to landscape now. Looking at the visualization now, you can see the trend in much better detail, and when you swipe the screen, you actually change the time range so that you're able to browse this trend's entire history. A swiping gesture to the right browses further into the past, while to the left browses closer to the latest value. Remember, the emulator I'm running on is much slower than the actual application. Note that when you reach the ends of the trend, either the latest period on the far right or the first period on the far left, additional swiping will act as a zoom-in operation, reducing the number of time periods and bringing you closer to either end. This view also supports pinching and spreading gestures, but unfortunately the emulator does not support multi-touch, so I'll just have to explain it. By pinching the visualization, you're able to expand the number of time periods displayed by bringing in additional periods simultaneously to the left and the right. This effectively zooms out, while using a spreading gesture does the exact opposite by decreasing the number of periods. It's quite a nice feature and allows you to easily zoom in and out of points of interest in the trend. To get a better sense of the value of a given period, tap it once, and that period will become selected and display the period date as well as the value of all data associated to that period. Now, let's look at some of the commands available on the menu for this view. you can see that there are 4 commands that act as shortcuts for changing the time range from either the year to date, last 5 years, last 10 years, and max, which loads the entire trend into the view. I'm going to click on the last 10 years. You can also share a screenshot of this visualization at any time by tapping the menu and selecting Share. This will take a screenshot and offer it up to all the other apps on your mobile device as a share intent. If you have Google+, Facebook, or Twitter installed, or just traditional email or text message, you'll then be able to choose from a list of applications that you can share the screenshot through. Now I'm going to return to the details screen to demonstrate how to download the entire data set for this trend as a CSV file. Most trends hosted in Blytic Economy consist of a primary data series as well as one or more derivative series, such as the percent change from the prior period and the percent change from the same period a year ago. When you download the data set for a given trend, you get all series data, including the derivative series data, which is a nice feature when working together with an app that accepts CSV data. The columns are all present and data is already pre-calculated. To download a data set, simply tap the menu and then choose the Download option. Again, like sharing a screenshot, you will be presented with a list of applications that accept CSV data. Google Docs does a nice job handling this data. So does Simple Spreadsheet and Think Free Office. Now, on to comments. Blytic Economy lets you comment on a trend in just the same way that you would comment on a YouTube clip or any other web-based content that hosts a discussion thread. Simply tap on the text area, and you're presented with a post-comment dialog. I'll type in my text. Then I'll tap Post. Notice that my comment was attributed to Anonymous. This is because I'm not currently signed in to Blytic Economy. You can either be signed in or remain anonymous. A little later I will show you how you can sign in and even sign up for a new Blytic account, but for now I'll remain anonymous. Now let's move on to the Predictions feature. Making a prediction means that you're going to predict the value for a given trend for its next future period. Tap the Make Prediction button to bring up the visualization in prediction mode. Notice that now the time range is condensed and that the next future period is automatically selected. Note also, there's a large blue circle in the future period at a value equal to the same value as the last actual period. In order to dial in your prediction, swipe the circle either up or down until it reaches the value that you think this trend will reach in that future period. If you swipe the circle either above or below the plot area, simply give the plot area another swipe outside the future period to adjust. Once you are satisfied with your prediction, simply tap the Submit Prediction button to make your submission. After your prediction is submitted, you're brought back to the prediction panel where you can now see several prediction lines. The top line shows your overall score and rank across all predictions made for all trends. As you can see, I don't have any predictions that have been scored, so overall, I currently have no score. The next line shows your score and rank for just this trend, and again, since this is my first prediction, I have no score. All other lines in this view will show the outcome of individual predictions made for just this trend. Notice that this line shows the value I just predicted, while both the actual value and the score for this prediction are set to TBD, indicating to be decided. This is because the actual value has yet to be published. When the next release of the Employment Situation Report is published, my prediction for the average duration of employment will be automatically judged for accuracy and scored by the system. As you make further predictions, this list will continue to grow, and with it you can get a clear sense of how good you are at judging a given economic trend. Also, if you want to see how you stack up against other users who are making predictions, tap the menu button and then select the leaderboard option. You'll see the top 50 users with their scores along with your own score, though you must first sign in order to see your score ranked against other users. Just as with comments, predictions can be made anonymously, but in order to be ranked against others, you must first sign in. One last note for the details screen: if you want to mark a particular trend as a favorite, thereby adding it to your private favorites list, simply tap the Start in the upper right of this screen. Now, let's go back to the main screen. If you want to view your favorites list, simply tap the menu button and choose the Favorites option. Finally, if you want to sign up for a Blytic account or sign into your current account, tap the menu button and select the Settings option. Then tap the Sign In or Sign Up button. To switch this to a sign-up screen, simply tap the Switch to Sign Up button. Well, that's all for now. Thank you for watching this video, and from all of us here at Blytic.com, we hope you enjoy Blytic Economy. Be seeing you on the leaderboard.